Are you looking for the best Thunderbolt 4 docks? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best Thunderbolt 4 docks on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Wavlink Thunderbolt 4 Triple Display Docking Station. The well-priced Wavlink Thunderbolt 4 Triple Display Docking Station has one upstream Thunderbolt 4 port to connect to your computer, and just one downstream Thunderbolt 4 port to connect other devices, including external displays. Two of the Thunderbolt ports have been sacrificed for dedicated HDMI 2.1 ports for Macs. The dock will support 3 4K displays at 60 Hz, but one of the two monitors connected via HDMI will only mirror the screen of the other, while the other two will display extended screens. Windows TV 4 laptops support 3 extended mode 4K 60 Hz displays or one monitor at 8K 60 Hz. While it may lack many downstream Thunderbolt ports, the Wavlink dock does offer up 5 fast USB ports alongside the single TB4 port, 2 at 10 gigabits per second and 2 at 5 gigabits per second, and a front-located 10 gigabits per second USB-C port that can output up to 30 W, enough to fast charge a phone. Wired internet access can be as fast as 2.5 gigabits Ethernet if your network is rated at this speed, but it's backwards compatible with more standard gigabit Ethernet. 13 fast ports. 2.5 gigabits Ethernet. 2 HDMI 2.1. 30 W USB-C port. Affordable. Number 2. Plugable USB 4 Dual HDMI Docking Station. Although it's not full Thunderbolt and lacks any downstream 40 gigabits per second ports, the Plugable US4 VPD is a great value USB 4 docking station that offers both 40 gigabits per second upstream data and 100 W power to the host, plus some seriously top-end features. USB 4 and Thunderbolt 4 are functionally equivalent, but a laptop with a Thunderbolt 3 connection probably won't work with this dock, and it's not recommended to work with Macs. That market should look at the Thunderbolt 4 docks reviewed here or Plugable's Thunderbolt 4 and USB 4 HDMI docking station, TBT4UDX1. One market that will sit up and take notice is the gaming community, who will appreciate the opportunity to connect 2 external 4K displays at a speedy 120 Hz refresh rate, a big step up on most other docks tested here. Alternatively, you can connect one monitor at 8K 60 Hz, 3D artists and video professionals will also enjoy the higher display ratings. That aside, the US4 VPD is a tempting offer, with 2.5 gigabits Ethernet future-proofing for fast wired network access as it becomes more mainstream. We would have preferred to swap one of the USB-A ports for a second USB-C, but appreciate the powerful 20W charging capability of that USB-C, enough to fast charge a phone or other smaller device. The SD and microSD card readers are also top spec, and the 170W power supply is impressive. 11 fast ports. Great value. 2x 4K at 120 Hz displays. 2.5 gigabits Ethernet. 100 WPD, 20 W USB-C. Number 3. Kensington SD5700T Thunderbolt 4 Docking Station. As you'd expect from Kensington, the SD5700T Thunderbolt 4 docking station is a quality build with everything a dock should have: 4 TB4 ports, 3 fast USB-A and 1 slow one, that at least boasts 7.5 W charging power compared to the faster USB-A 3.2 Gen 2 ports, 4.5 W, gigabit Ethernet, SD card reader, and audio jack. At 180 W, the power supply is great if you are powering multiple devices connected to the dock. Only the CalDigit TS4 has a more impressive power supply. There are useful lights telling you when the dock is powered and when it's connected, and we like the on-off button, too. We think paying a little extra for this dock is worthwhile, especially when you factor in the 3-year warranty. In the US there is another variant model, the Kensington SD5780T dock, that drops one of the 3 downstream Thunderbolt 4 ports in favor of an HDMI 2.1 port. Power via the host Thunderbolt 4 port also slightly increases, from 90 W to 96 W, but it's also $50 more expensive. 11 fast ports, Inc. 4 TB4 ports. 180 W power supply. Quality build. Number 4. iVANKY FusionDock Max 1 Dual Thunderbolt 4 chips. This dock is for Mac users only and comes into its own when paired with a top-end M1/M2/M3 Max MacBook Pro. A MacBook with an M1/M2/M3 Pro can support only 2 monitors. You need a Max to get 4 external displays connected, or look to a dock that works with DisplayLink, such as the Satechi Thunderbolt 4 multi-display docking station reviewed higher up this chart. A Max-level MacBook twinned with this dock supports 4 6K displays, and has plenty of ports left over to play with. It has 2 video ports and 4 downstream Thunderbolt 4 ports, more than other docks that offer either 3 downstream TB4 ports or 2 downstream TB4 and a video port. The FusionDock Max 1 has so many spare Thunderbolt ports because it has dual built-in Thunderbolt 4 chips. All this comes at a price at $500. It's the priciest docking station we've tested. If your requirements are very high, and you own a $3,000 MacBook Pro with an M1/M2/M3 Max processor, this is the ultimate Mac dock for 4 high-resolution external displays. 21 ports. 2 Thunderbolt 4 chips. Up to 4 6K displays at 60 Hz. 2.5 Gigabit Ethernet. Number 5. Anker PowerExpand 5-in-1 Thunderbolt 4 Mini Dock. The Anker PowerExpand 5-in-1 Thunderbolt 4 Mini Dock is similar to the other Thunderbolt 4 hubs but calls itself a mini dock, which is fine as all the hubs can act as docks if you have the right adapters for Ethernet and external displays. It beats most similar Thunderbolt 4 hubs with its 85W laptop charging power, compared to 60W elsewhere. That said, its total 100W external power supply feels a little light given the potential 67.5W power drain if all the ports required charging simultaneously. 1 upstream Thunderbolt 4 port, 40 gigabits per second, 85W. 3 downstream Thunderbolt 4 ports, 40 gigabits per second, 15W. 1 USB-A port, 10 gigabits per second. 100W power supply. 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports. 85W laptop charging. 10 gigabits per second USB-A port. Power button.